Okay, I finally did it. Too much smoke. The heck? What the heck happened? How do I get rid of this now? This monitor is currently priced at $160. So the question is it worth buying a cheap monitor? Today I'm going to share with you my opinion after 6 months of using ANDYCINE A6 Mark II. First, what's included in the bag? 5.5-inch 4K resolution lightweight monitor, pretty solid carry case, mounting arm, USB charged battery, and HDMI cable. So the big plus is that at $160 you get basically everything you need to start using the monitor. Some other manufacturers don't provide the batteries, or sometimes they don't provide the mount for them, and you might need to source them additionally. But here everything is included in the box, so that's a big plus. Carrying case is nice, pretty compact, has a protective shell on it. It fits the monitor nicely, and also some of the accessories you can actually find it in the top pouch over here as well. The battery that it comes with is relatively small, but it charges in about 1 or 2 hours, and it can hold for about 2 hours as well. It's definitely enough to just go outside and shoot some B-roll, but if you have a proper shoot, you will definitely need some extra batteries. The arm to hold the monitor, it's great that it's here, but I invested in a different solution just because when I tried to use those bigger batteries, I couldn't really tilt the screen all the way. So I invested in a better solution, and I would definitely recommend you doing the same. The monitor itself is light and a bit plasticky. It doesn't necessarily feel durable, so you might need to be careful to not drop it because I don't think it would survive any impact. But all the ports and buttons are quite solid, so they should last a while. HDMI input and HDMI output, that's really good to have. Some power options, including USB-C that allows you to import custom LUTs and also power up the whole monitor. 1600 nits, what does it mean? I have no idea. As far as I can imagine, the more the merrier. In the daylight, it wasn't necessarily crazy bright, but on the other hand, when you use it with the hood that is also included in the box, it's enough to frame the shot properly. But you know, you kind of have to come up close to it sometimes. 5.5-inch screen is perfect for me, and that was my deliberate choice. I didn't want to go for 7 inches or bigger because I didn't want to add too much weight to the camera. With this one, I can easily place it on top and I can still film handheld. So luckily here, I get to keep the whole format of my setup pretty lightweight and compact, but still having the comfort and luxury of actually seeing everything. The image quality, no doubt, is really nice. 4K provides you enough detail and sharpness. They can easily see everything that is in a frame. Waveforms, histograms, safe markers, grid lines, false color, focus picking. We can navigate through all of those easily with the touchscreen. You can also pinch to zoom in case you want to see more detail within a certain section of your frame. But so far I only told you the specs that you can easily read on the website. What was actually my experience with this monitor? What makes this product attractive for me is the quality of the image within its form factor. But I do have some issues with it, and the biggest one is focus picking. When you're filming bigger objects with harder edges, then it does the job quite well. But when it comes to outlining people or animals, that's when the things are getting trickier. But I'll show you now, even with sensitivity set to 10, the focus picking is very subtle. You barely can see any indication of focus on my face. A little bit on the green size on my eyes. Luckily, you can change the color, so depending on the situation that you're in, you might need to change it to red or blue or whatever that is. And in this scenario, when I'm, you know, in a bit more controlled environment, that's fine and it doesn't really bother me. But if you are working on a film, that might be very problematic, especially when you're reaching much wider apertures like T1.2 or something like that. Then you have to be very precise. This monitor doesn't deliver that precision. One thing, it might display the focus incorrectly, and sometimes it outlines the edges that are actually not in focus. And on the other hand, things that you really want to get in focus, it might be very difficult to see, and sometimes you might have to like squint your eyes and change the color of the focus picking a few more times just to make sure that you're looking at the right thing. I also encountered a couple of glitches that I still haven't found solution for. One of them was when I worked on the short film, I needed to use the wireless transmitter to send the video feed for a director. The image that was coming out from the transmitter was zoomed in. And I know there was nothing wrong with the transmitter itself as I tested it before and after. Unfortunately, somehow the marriage between the wireless transmitter and this monitor just crashed. They were just not compatible somehow, and I had to switch the monitors. Another glitch that occurred was when I was filming a music video. Everything was working fine throughout the whole day, but then at the end I wanted to film some B-roll in slow motion, so I switched to 60 frames per second, and after filming about 5 clips, suddenly the monitor just went completely blank and it didn't want to display any image apart from like this blue screen that it has when there's no signal on it. I was quite surprised because it didn't occur just when I changed the settings on my camera. It did it kind of midway through the clip. And I'm fully aware that this display only offers 30 frames per second in 4K resolution. This is why I set my camera to 30 frames per second preview as well. But for some reason, just right in the middle of filming, it went completely blank. I don't know if this is just a glitch with my particular model, or maybe this could be solved by like software update of some sort, but for now I didn't really find a solution. So what is my overall rating? I think if you're a content creator and you need something as a reference monitor in order to see whether everything is correctly set in frame, it would work nicely, especially as a portable solution. But if you're a professional and you take your career seriously, I wouldn't necessarily recommend this monitor because unfortunately it's not very reliable. It's not durable, and it doesn't really offer the precision that you might need within these environments. Of course, if you don't have a budget for something more expensive, this might be somewhat valid option, and this is exactly the way I use it right now. I've had it for a while, and it doesn't necessarily fail me to the level that I'm like, oh shoot, I need to change it instantly. I'll be still using it for quite some time, but if these instances might be a deal breaker for you, I would definitely look into something more reliable. However, if you're a content creator and all you need is a reference monitor, then I might actually have a much cheaper alternative for you, and it is one of those HDMI capture cards. HDMI capture card allows you to receive the signal from your camera straight to your computer. This one is very cheap. I bought it for about 10 bucks, and you can use your laptop or any other screen as your reference monitor. And this solution might save you money in case you don't really need a portability of a small monitor as well. That's everything from me today. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to leave the like, and if you're interested in more content in the future, consider subscribing. I'll see you in the next one. All the best. Take care, guys.